Good morning. Good morning to everybody joining us electronically this morning. Everybody wave hi to everybody joining us electronically. Good to have you with us. Very happy that you are able to join us. And thank you for being here this morning. It's a beautiful day, the first day of the year that it'll get dark before dinner, unfortunately. But we got to stick together on that one, figure out something to deal with that. I am the Reverend Ed Proulx. I am the minister here, and this morning I am joined by our worship associate, Troy Rocket. Troy, good to have you. Thank you for doing that with us this morning. And we have a few announcements. Speaking of Troy, Troy is a member of the Long Range Planning Committee. The Long Range Planning Committee is having a brainstorming session next Sunday to provide input. They have some questions they'd like to ask you as members of the church. This is a very important meeting. This Long Range Planning Committee is very important to the church. If you don't know what it's about, please ask me later. I will explain, or ask Troy. Troy's on the committee. We would love to have you there next Sunday, after coffee hour at 12:15. That would be just wonderful. Very important. And now I invite Dory to deliver a message regarding the scholarship drive.
Or the stewardship
drive, sorry.
If we raise enough money, we can do scholarships too. How about that? So, while the stewardship drive is officially over, it was the month of October, 3 weeks in October, our tally is not yet complete. But as of this past Monday, we were at 90% of the way towards our goal. So, woohoo! Yes! Thank you to all of the 93 households that have sent in your pledges. And thank you also to Reverend Ed for your video. Hope it goes viral. If you missed it, it came out on Thursday. And it actually did inspire more pledges and at least one extra Miracle Growth gift as well. We will report updated numbers next Thursday via the special e-blast. And again, we are grateful for our beloved Emerson community for joyfully pledging.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dory. And I want to thank Dory and Beryl for all the work that they did on the pledge drive. Everybody knows I've led 4 pledge drives in my pre-ministerial career. Nobody wants to do that. And thank you very much for doing that. We appreciate that very much. After services today, I know you're all looking forward to services today, but after services today, there will be coffee in the gathering area, coffee and conversation. Please feel free to join us and hang out and chat. And after that, if you're still hungry, a bunch of people are going over to, the lunch bunch is going over to Dish Society right here on the corner of San Felipe. So we welcome you all there. We welcome you if you've been here for 50 years or 50 minutes. We welcome you to join us. And speaking of people who have joined us just for the last 50 minutes, if you are visiting us here today, and if you would like for us to know more about you, or for you to know more about us, you will find in your pews a yellow card, which my card wavers are voluntarily sharing with you right now. If you fill that card in, we will put you on our database and send you the weekly newsletters so you can get all caught up on what all is going on here today. You'll see we have a lot going on today. We have guitars. Ooh. We have Artem got a haircut. No, this is Laura. Thank you very much for coming and helping us with our piano today. We appreciate that. But it is a beautiful day. I'd like to do a greeting this morning, if you don't mind. Everybody up for a greeting? Now, have we done this before? I don't know if we've done this before. So what I invite you to do is make eye contact with somebody you didn't drive here with and you are not sitting here with. Someone that you didn't drive here with and you're not sitting here with. And I just want you to look at them and say, it's a good day for a good day. That's all I want you to do. Look at a day for a good day. It's a good day for a good day. Now do it again. Pick somebody else you didn't drive here with, that you're not sitting here with, and just tell them, it's a good day for a good day. Thank you very much for doing that. And now I invite Laura to bring us into the formal part of our service. Thank you, Laura.
Good morning, Emerson. As we gather in community, we look within ourselves and to each other for strength, restoration, and inspiration, so that as we journey together, we catch the spark of the eternal Spirit. And from that spark, we light our chalice flame. Lighting the chalice flame symbolizes to all that the spirit of our congregation is strong, and that our will to transform ourselves and the world is also strong. We light the flame with gratitude. We light the flame in memory of all who have gone before, in honor of all who are here now, and with joy for all who are yet to come. As Charlie lights our chalice flame here in the sanctuary, I invite those of you joining us from home to light a candle or a chalice from your own. Today we hear the words of Pat Humphreys, writer of the song Swimming to the Other Side. Along with Sandy Opatow, Pat is a member of the contemporary folk duo Emma's Revolution. Please read her words along with me. The words will appear on the screen. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. As we work to create beloved community, we welcome all who would join us in building a better world with more love, more justice, and more peace. We welcome all who would join us in growing in mind, heart, and spirit. We welcome all who would join us in tearing down systems of oppression of all kinds. We welcome all who would join their purposes to ours in a loving spirit of right relationship. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, wherever you find yourself on life's journey, whichever your pronouns, whether you've walked in or rolled in or dialed in, whomever you love, you are welcome here. And now I welcome Reverend Ed to read our opening words.
Thank you, Troy. Before we read our opening words, it is important to acknowledge that our history is a shared and at times harmful one. Our congregation's buildings are situated on the home of the Karankawa and the Atakapa peoples for at least 2,000 years before European settlers arrived and very nearly brought about their end. May we recognize, uplift, and support Indigenous voices and communities in our work as a congregation. Each week, When we gather together, we hear words from one of our 6 sources of Unitarian Universalism. Today, we are sticking with our theme of hearing words of songwriters. Our opening words, we have the lyric from Zac Brown Band's 3 songwriters, Zac Brown, Ben Simonetti, and Jonathan Singleton. Their song you might have heard, I don't know, you know Zac Brown? A little bit, yeah, okay, good. The song's called The Same Boat, and it was originally a duet with Jimmy Buffett. Here are the words. We're all in the same boat, fishing in the same hole, wondering where the time goes, and the money too. Trying to fix some broken hearts, wishing on the same stars. We're all hoping hope floats, and we're all in the same boat. And now, with our chalices lit and our hearts and our minds centered, we often celebrate just a little bit more by singing a hymn. I invite you to come sing a hymn with me. I invite you to stand if you're comfortable, or you can stay seated, whatever you want. Just help sing song number 121, We'll Build a Land.
We'll
Thank you. I just wanted to say before we move on that I loved what you did last week. Not that I don't like what you're doing this week, but I loved the music last week, and I just wanted to thank you very much for it. And I know that I got very positive feedback from other people as well. So thank you very much for all your hard work. Thank you. This service is all about song lyrics, and I chose that particular hymn because of the third verse. If you ever want a good head scratcher, read that third verse again. It is an odd little thing. Like, I'm not quite sure what he meant by that, but anyway. So, this is our time for all ages, a time where we talk mostly to the children, and the children just left. Oh, there's one there, okay. This is not a story. This is more of an experiment. So what I need someone very strong. Is there anyone very strong here today? Oh, okay. Okay, Ruth, here we go. Ready? Oh, Ruth, okay. Ready? Okay, you guys come together. Come this way. Come over this way. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you, I kind of feel like Wayne Brady a little bit, but that's okay. I have in my pouch here sticks, and I'm going to give you this stick, okay? And I'm going to ask you to try to break that stick. And tell me, break it. Was that hard? No. That was not hard, right? Okay. All right. All right, Craig, you ready? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you not one stick, I'm going to give you 2 sticks. And my question to you is, do you think breaking 2 sticks is going to be easier or harder than breaking 1 stick?
Oh, harder.
Harder. Okay, go ahead. There you go. There's 2 sticks. Oh, yes. Well, you hardly broke a sweat. Okay, good. Great. Okay, now I have 5 sticks. Do you think breaking 5 sticks will be harder or easier than breaking 1 stick? Harder. Anybody want to give a try breaking 5 sticks? Okay, here we go, Carol. Break those 5 sticks. Oh, you did it. Good job. All right. So we're still breakable, right? Okay, that's all right. How about 10 sticks? Would anybody like to try to break 10 sticks? Mike, there you go, Mike. Okay. Let's see if you can break 10 sticks. Let's see. Do you think it'll be harder than breaking 1 stick? Harder, yeah. You can't do it. Oh, you work on that. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I have 100 sticks. Who thinks that they can break? So do we think that breaking 100 sticks is going to be easier or harder than breaking just 1 stick? I'm going to think harder, right? See, I know all of you took physics in high school, right? So can you? No, sure. Bring it. There you go. 100 sticks. How you doing on those 25 there? You still working on those? No, you've given up. 25. What do you think? You need more leverage. So it's all my. So I chose. It's not you. It's the sticks, right?
It's definitely, yeah. Definitely.
So what is the point of this? Let me come around here. Do you want to try to break 25 sticks? Big smile on your face. Who said I do? Oh, Ariel, here. You want 25 or 100? I've lost track now. I think that's 25. Oh! So 25 sticks is possible to break. All right, there. Okay, tough guy, don't go away. Hold on. 100. Oh, Using tools, maybe? So what is the point of this? What is the point of this experiment? 1 stick, easy to break. 2 sticks, not quite as hard to break. 100 sticks requires power tools. What is the lesson here? Together we're stronger. Yeah, that is the lesson, isn't it? I think that's the lesson. Together we are stronger. Does everybody agree? Together we are stronger? Yeah. All right. Amen. And now I invite Troy to bring us back to our service. Sorry.
Emerson collects an offering each week, like many other communities of faith, but our offering is not for our church, which is supported by the annual pledges of our members. We collect our Sunday offering to give to others because we know that giving is both a transformative spiritual act and an important way to live our values. 75% of today's offering will go to November's Share the Plate recipient, the Women's Home. The mission of the Women's Home is to build communities that strengthen women and support families as they reclaim their stability. In 2022, the Women's Home was selected as one of 10 winners across the country for the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration's first ever Behavioral Health Recovery Innovation Challenge Award. The remaining 25% of our offering will go to Interfaith Ministries' Meals on Wheels, which provides thousands of meals every day to Houston's homebound seniors. You can go over to our webpage for online giving, put cash or a check in our offering baskets, or mail a check to the church. During the offering music, children who want to attend their RE classes may follow Tinaka to their classrooms.
each week in Unitarian Universalist congregations across the country, we welcome into the spirit of our building, we welcome into our space our joys and concerns, and we sit quietly. We're not going to do that this week. Instead, I still welcome you to be pensive, but we are going to sing a song together, led by our wonderful choir. We're going to replace the meditation this week by singing the theme of the service, which is a song written by Pat Humphreys of the group, oh boy, I backed myself into a corner, Emma's Revolution. Emma's Revolution, and we are going to sing together the song. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Okay. And I think the words are going to be right up there, so sing along with us. Amen. Amen. What a beautiful song. And now I invite Troy to bring us our second reading.
The words for our second reading today come from another songwriter, Michael Franti. It was written and released 3 years ago in 2020. It's entitled, I'm on Your Side. If you're weary and you're broken and you don't know what to hope in, if you're willing and you're able, come and meet me at the table. If you've lost your way to laugh and can't remember how to dance, And if you're out of tears to cry, take my hand. I'm on your side.
Whew. So let me tell you the background to this service. I was at GA in Pittsburgh 6 months ago? Not even 3 months ago. And Emma's Revolution got up on, has anybody ever been to GA, General Assembly for the EU? Yeah, several of you, right? Okay. It's big, right? It's a giant room. It's like a football-sized room, football stadium-sized room, and there's stages and sound systems, and it's big. Well, Emma's Revolution is playing this song, and I'm sitting there listening to this song. My God, this song, takes everything about Unitarian Universalism that is, at its core. I know we work with words a lot, but this song just takes what's at the core of Unitarian. Whoops, there we go. You want me to go over there? Oh, okay. So I said, everybody's got to hear this song. This song is so good. And then I learned, turns out, that everybody had heard this song, except for possibly me. It was put out in the 80s, and the choir had sung it before. I think you've even done a service on it before. So sort of welcome to my awakening, I guess, about folk music. It's sort of like secondhand clothes or a used car, right? It's new to me, at least, and I'm very excited about this song. So I'm kind of catching up with where some of you might be about this song and about Emma's Revolution in general. I went to buy the CD down in the part where they sell stuff. I went and I said, oh, that song you sang, do you have that song? And it was Sandy who was working at the table. And she kind of looked at me like, why, you don't? I don't know. She's like, it's on this album and it's on our greatest hits and whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Oh, great, that's wonderful. I had no idea it was written while I was in high school. So I really dug into these words, right? And as I dug into these words, other songs kept playing in my head, like that Zac Brown song played in my head, right? We're all in the same boat. We're all fishing from the same hole. And there's a line in the Emma's Revolution song that says, we're all swimming to the other side, some in power and some in pain, right? And I thought back to that Zac Brown song. Now, Zac Brown, I know. I've been to a Zac Brown concert. That was not hard. But there's that line in the Zac Brown song that we're all fishing from the same hole that really, in a way, that line stops me every time I hear it, because I don't know that we're all fishing from the same hole all the time, right? We're all fishing in a hole, but I think some of us get better boats and better fishing holes. And so I stopped. So what really hit me about the Emma's Revolution song was that line about we're all swimming to the other side, some in power, some in pain. And I said, that's what's missing in the Zac Brown song, right? That acknowledgement that we're not all in exactly the same boat. Which is what brought me to the Michael Franti song. So I'm thinking about the Michael Franti song, and he has a line in the song where he says, when you can't remember how to dance anymore and you've run out of tears to cry, I'm here, I'm on your side. And I thought to myself, when you take all three of those songs and put them together, I think you've got a musical rendition of what it means to be Unitarian Universalist, right? So think about it. We're all swimming to the other side. Folks, we know that we ain't all swimming in the same direction ever, right? We are all going in different directions. I had a great conversation this week with a woman who just called me out of the blue from a seminary, and she said, I have to write a paper on a different religion. So, and she was going to a very, I didn't recognize the seminary, but it was a very Orthodox Christian seminary. So she was asking these questions, and I was like, well, I don't know. And she's like, no, you're supposed to be the answer. So who do I talk to at your church if it's not you? And I'm like, you're not getting it. You're not with us. So tell me about your God. I mean, my God? No, Unitarian Universalism's God. We kind of each have our own, right? She could, so very nice, right? I answered all her questions, right? She wanted to know where the bishop was and all this other stuff. And so we hung up the phone. And with a website, I said, here, go read on the website. About a half hour later, she calls back. Okay, I've been on the website. I have more questions. So it was a wonderful conversation. And I'm sitting there trying to write this sermon, right? And I'm sort of like partially annoyed that this lady is calling me to do her paper, but I'm partially intrigued by the conversation. Like I'm, in a way, having fun, and in a way, very interested in that she couldn't wrap her head around this. And at one point I said, we're all on this journey. What Unitarian Universalism is all about is not making sure we all end up at the same place. It's making sure that we all end up where we want to go, together, and we do it together. Could not get that. And it's great. I hope she comes one. I said, come for 7 weeks. I always say to people, come for 7 weeks, because the services change so much from week to week. Come, just come, right? I don't think she's going to come, but that doesn't matter. I didn't even know she was in Houston. I didn't ask her. So now I go back to writing this song, and I'm partially annoyed by this person calling me. And then it kind of clicks that, like, wait a minute. That's what I'm talking about in the sermon. That's what we're doing. We're doing this together. And believe it or not, this person who could not understand what I was saying, who called twice, helped me to formulate what I was trying to say to you. So we're even doing this together with her, right? It's amazing how we are doing this together. So I went from my brand new 40-year-old Swimming to the Other Side song to Zach Brown, from Zach Brown to Michael Franti, and then I had to write a children's story. Could not find anything, so I came up with the idea of the sticks. And that's how that process went. It went from GA in Pittsburgh to Zach Brown to Michael Franti to Sticks. Not the band, actual Sticks. And I thought, how many people along that path participated in the creation of this worship service? How many? I didn't make those sticks up. I'd heard that somewhere before. I don't know where. How many people along the way helped me to write this? And I think about all the people that I've that I was swimming to the other side with, right? And I can't help but thinking to myself about that line in the Emma's Revolution song that says, sometimes we swim in power and sometimes we swim in pain. And I know that there were times where I was swimming and I was in pain, and somebody who was swimming in power helped me, swam for me, swam with me, helped me paddle over to the other side, right? And then the beautiful thing about Unitarian Universalism is once we get to the other side, what do?
We'll discover.
We discover all the gifts, that's right, but we are lovers of learning and lovers of leaving. So once we're there, what do? We go right back in the water, and off we go again, right? Maybe with different people, maybe with different ideas, maybe with different thoughts, but there is something so very special about the way we look at life. I've said this before. People in the pews here, you've all at some point been new at a Unitarian Universalist church, and you all looked at those 7 principles, and you looked at them and you went, yeah, okay, yep, fine, so, and you put them down, and that was that, right? Okay? But here's what you're missing. You're missing this. You're missing that not everybody does that. Not everybody looks at those 7 principles and says, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. A lot of people look at those 7 principles and go, this is missing, that's missing, where's this, what about that? You can't do that. Those 7 principles push a lot of people the wrong way. So one of the reasons why Unitarian Universalism makes sense for you is because you were already there before you got here. You'd been swimming to this side, but you didn't know it. Right? That's the beautiful thing. That's the one thing that I hesitate on with the Swimming to the Other Side song, is it implies that we know where we're going. Right? And the thing is, we don't always know where we're going. And we're not even going to the same place sometimes. That's what makes us 100 sticks. That's what makes us 100 sticks. People say it's like herding cats, right? Or it's like raking water. It is. If you do it all day like I do, it is. It can be, right? But there's power in that diversity. There's power in that. There's power right here, right? And there's power in the fact that some of these sticks are in pain and the rest of the sticks are there to help. So that is the beauty of what we're doing here today. And I think that's one of the reasons why this song has stuck around for the last 3 months. That was a joke. For the last 30 years, right? In my world it's 3 months, but in your world it's 30 years. That's the power of this song. And that's the power of Unitarian Universalism. People say, I go to a Unitarian Universalist church because we're all of like mind. I want to be with like-minded people. Who are you talking about? Do you know any like-minded people? I mean, we're all of like mind in that we accept that we're all swimming to the other side and we're here to help each other do it. I don't know where the hell you're going, but I'm here to help you do it. So I invite you, when you hear these words, if you go home and you listen, if you probably got it on your, I want to say iPod, but that would date me, on whatever device you have it. If you have this song, listen to this song. It is beautiful lyric. Listen to the Michael Franti song. Listen to the Zach Brown song's a little different, but there's one little piece in there that I really liked. And pay attention. And then also listen to that third verse of that first hymn, because that's an odd little verse. We could do a whole RE class on that one little verse of that one little song. So I invite you, when you're working with people here, when you're doing the things, because a lot of us, I'm looking around the faces here and I'm seeing faces that are doing church, right? They're doing the things that church needs to do. They're figuring out why the air conditioner isn't working. They're figuring out what we should do about money, or how we should raise money, or how to get a substitute piano player, or all the things that we have to do church. That's here too, right? And we're all going in different directions there. Let's give each other some grace on that as well. If we give each other enough grace, friends, we are all going to end up on the other side, and we will be able to haul a lot of freight with us. right? We are strong enough to not only get to the other side, but haul a bunch of freight with us. And by freight, I mean the souls of people who have yet to come to this place. So, love it, love the song, love this place, love each other. Those are my words for you today. I wish you the best, and I wish you this. Okay. Let's sing our second hymn. Our second hymn is an oldie but goodie. It's one of our favorite hymns. By the way, people think that this is a Unitarian Universalist hymn. It is, but you could hear this song being sung in Episcopal churches, in Methodist churches, in churches all across America. So help us sing this beautiful little song, This Little Light of Mine. Each time we come together, we move. We move with the words we hear. We move with the music we hear. We move with the light of the chalice, which, like us, flickers and flutters from side to side, moving constantly and yet tethered to one place, its source. We extinguish this chalice now, this one here in the building. We do not need it anymore today because its flickering, fluttering light is alive in our hearts and in the heart of this congregation. That light is carried within each of us here present, those not present with us today, and those who have left this community long ago, never to return, and those who have yet to arrive. We are so grateful for your presence this morning. For those of you who have joined us on YouTube, hello again. We'll be ending our live streaming service after the postlude. Please feel free to join us on Zoom for our online social hour. The link to the room is in the weekly email, and it's also it'll appear on the side of the video. Just scroll down a bit. Thank you to all of our online attendees. We look forward to hosting you again soon. To all of you here in the building, don't forget coffee hour, and then out to lunch at Okay, what I'm understanding is Dish Society is closed, like permanently? Okay. So where are we going instead? South Wells Hamburgers.
West on San Philippi, across from
So I'm pronouncing the road name wrong. Okay. So west on San Felipe. So that way on San Felipe until what? I am not going to go. I am not going to get San Felipe. That is not going to happen. Sorry. San Felipe. Okay. So that way. Great. Thank you, Ruth, for letting us know so we didn't all go over there. That's wonderful. Now, I was going to say something else too, but I can't remember what that is anymore. Anyway, may we, in the course of our week to come, be able to feel the liberating freedom of this religious path we all share. May our gods welcome us. May they challenge us to live up to our own expectations of ourselves, wherever and whatever those are. And may the light of the world around us light up so that we may see our way back to clarity and wholeness. Can I get an amen? Amen. And now our postlude from Laura.